Cutie Pies. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. All right, today is Thursday, October the 6th, 2022. All right, y'all, let's just jump right into it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give it a 6.5. It was solid. Now we start off with Sharon and Chelsea. Chelsea comes in and really she's a zombie at this point. She's spaced out. She's thinking about her problems. She doesn't even acknowledge Sharon when she comes into Crimson Light. She just sits down and Sharon gets her a cup of tea and she says, "Oh, Sharon, I was just thinking about my issues. I didn't even realize I had ordered." And Sharon said, "You didn't, but it looked like you could use this." So then Sharon sits down because Chelsea is crying to anybody who would listen. Like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to have sympathy for Chelsea. But at this point, she's getting on my nerves. And by the end of this conversation, I'm completely done with her. She is telling Sharon, so I'm not going to hold you long. She tells Sharon, "Listen, it did not go well between with me telling Connor what was going on with about Johnny. And it didn't go well with Johnny. So now I have two young little boys upset with me who didn't want to know." She said, "Johnny wants nothing to do with me. Connor is upset with me. And, everything is blowing up in my face. I didn't do this right." And so Sharon listens to her. She just listens. She hears Chelsea out. And then she tells Chelsea everything will be okay. Yes, they might be upset now, but I promise you they're going to turn this all around and everything will work out. You can't force it. So just let them come to you. Once they have time to deal with their emotions, they'll be okay. And Chelsea says, "I see why Ray chose you. You're so kind. Ray was so kind. You're so forgiving. You don't have a reason to be. After I had my stroke, I hated you. I was very mean towards you. And like, you still sit here." Because she said, "I thought, I was paranoid. And I tried to hurt Ray." And she said, but y'all are so forgiving." And so Sharon, being concerned about Chelsea, says, "Listen, what I think you need to do is go ahead and get therapy. It doesn't have to be me, but I can make some phone calls tonight for you and we can find you somebody because I think you need to speak to someone." And Chelsea goes smooth off on Sharon. "What? Oh my gosh, you think I need help?" And I said, "Oh my gosh." And I said, "See, this is what Chelsea does." And all those those knights with white horses, they come and ride to her rescue, but nobody sees her going off at Sharon because y'all wouldn't be so quick to ride to her rescue if she was going off at Sharon instead of Adam. But Sharon says, "Chelsea, please sit down. I didn't mean it like that." And so she tells Sharon, "You think you're better than me? You just want to try to fix me. There's nothing wrong with me." And then she runs off, and Sharon is just like, "Oh my gosh." So then we see is it Audra, Noah, and Allie. I hope I'm getting this girl's name right. But anyway, so they're at the club and we pick up where we left off. They're at Noah's club and did y'all notice how she told so no, she and Noah were talking. He was like, I'm shocked to see you here. And she said, "Yeah, I'm doing work." And Allie had to step up and say, "I'm Allie." And she says, "Oh, you're adorable." Allie is an adult. I mean, she's young, but she's an adult woman. And it was shady. If you're like, women know shade, it was shady, adorable. Because Allie she looked nice in her dress and everything. And she's hanging on to Noah's arms. He should have been the one introducing her. But anyways, so Noah just she's trying to talk to him and he says, "I got other stuff to do." I said, "Oh, dude, okay then, Noah." So he and Allie go off and Allie's trying to ask him about her and he's catching the attitude like, "Sir, I am your girlfriend, and the fact that I'm asking you about this woman and you have a whole attitude about it and you're on the defensive, that does not make me secure in my position with you, because why are you so upset by seeing somebody?" She said, and she just wants to know, who was she to you? And he said, that's the girl from London. She said, the one who broke your heart. And he said, she didn't break my heart. Well, why are you acting like she did something to you? You're acting like you got your heart broken. And so he just tells Allie, he doesn't like to think about it. He was just put off by seeing her, and he acts as though it was really nothing. But later on, we see that he's talking to Audra, and Allie sees this, and she's just off put by it. And once again, he's like, "What are you doing here?" She says, "I didn't come chasing you. I wasn't coming to ask for forgiveness. I am here working." And she said, "I didn't even know you were here." And she got this club recommended to her by, remember, Nate did it. She said by a colleague, and they recommended it as the new hot spot. And she was like, "Oh," he was like, "Oh, okay." And so then they continue to talk, and she just says that she's, excuse me, she's happy to see him. And at that point, we see Allie sees them, and because she has drinks for, I guess, she and Noah. So she sees them, and Allie's a little insecure about it. And but it's nothing, because he sees Nick and Sally, and he's like, "Excuse me, I need to handle up on something." But she also, because he told her he's been enjoying being in Genoa City, and Allie is a big reason. And she says, "Yes, she's cute." I said, "Oh, she adorable and cute." Like, stop it. Like, stop it, ma'am. And so then we see Sally and Nick, and they continue to flirt. I'm not gonna hold y'all long. They continue to flirt. The chemistry is there. I know some people say no, their chemistry is not there, but I see it. I like these two as a couple. I'm not mad at it. But anyways, he's thinking, he tells her, like, if you want to pump the brakes on this, we can definitely do that. We don't have to, could go any further with this. We could just pump the brakes and keep it, as just friends. And she says, "I don't know what's gonna come of this." But they decide that they want to get to know each other. It's, they understand it's gonna be complicated, but they they're willing to do it. And I was like, okay. I'm like you, Joy. I don't know who I want. If I want Sally with Adam or with Nick right now. I do like her with Nick because it's easy, and Adam did her so wrong. But I did like Adam's speech yesterday that he gave. So I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see who Sally decides to be with in the end. But so she leaves, right? And because they decide, we're not gonna even call it a name. It's gonna be easy between us. We're not gonna even call it anything. So okay, that's how feelings get involved. But let's go move on, because Noah goes up to Nick. He said, "What you doing with Sally?" And I said, "Please don't be one of them children that's in your parents' business." But Nick says, we're not calling it anything. And he says, "Don't you think Summer will be upset? Summer is grown with a child. Summer will be all right." He said, "No, what happened between Summer and Sally, I feel like they've put that behind them. So yeah, no, I'm not worried about it." Because at first he tried to play it off like it was just two co-workers. She works for Newman Media, and knows, like, "Yeah, that is not how you act with a co-worker." But Nick just says, "We're like, it's up in the air, and we're enjoying ourselves, and that's what it is." So then Allie comes through, and she says, "What was going on with your dad?" And she was like, "I hope everything works out. I hope it's all copacetic. Is it copacetic? Yeah." But he said, "But I don't know." But he said, she was like, "This night has been great. Like, you got a nice crowd." He said, "You know what would make it even better?" She was like, "What? If we dance?" And so they dancing. And I said, "Keep your eyes to yourself, Noah. Don't you look over there with Aubrey. Is it Aubrey or Audrey? Audra. Don't you look over there with her." Don't. I said, "Y'all couldn't even let this last 6 months. They just got together." And then y'all already trying to throw a third wheel in. I'm not here for it. But then we see Devon and Lily are talking, right? And she's like, "Billy, I'm meeting Billy at Society. You want to come?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll come for dinner." And then Tucker comes in, and they're all, both Devon and Lily are shocked. They were like, what are you doing here?" And he was like, "I came to see if you would have dinner with me." And he says, Lily, the offer is to you too. And she says, oh, I'm actually meeting Billy at society, so 4 would be a crowd. And he was like, okay. And he said, Devon said, you could have called or something to say you were on your way. It's been years since they've seen each other. He said, well, I didn't want you to like try to get out of it. And Devon said, no, I wouldn't try to do that. He was like, I'll have dinner with you. So he and Devon are going to dinner. And so but as they're going, he's just like, why are you here? And he said, I wanted to see you, and I'm a grandpa now. Can you believe it? Grandpa Tucker. He says, so yeah, I wanted to see you guys. And some people say he's not old enough to be Devon's dad. And I'm like, do y'all not know how, like, he looks good, but he's an older man, but he just kept himself together. Let's move on, child. So then we see Abby and Billy. And so she says, oh gosh, stomach is feeling a little better. And we were short staffed. So here I am at work. How was the wedding? And he was like, it was great. He said, but we had an interruption, a surprise guest. And she said, who? And he said, Tucker McCall. And she's like, what? What is he doing here? And he said, I think he's here for Ashley. And she said, oh no, he's not here for my mama. I said, uh-oh. Okay, y'all be writing the same storylines for Bold and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless. But let's move on. So then Billy and Lily talk, and she asks him, because he said he had a rough day, and he said, she came in with Tucker and Devon, and he said that was part of it, seeing Tucker. And she was like, yeah, no, I'm just worried because all of a sudden we merge companies and we're going public, and now Tucker shows up. She's worried about that. And then she said, so what made your day rough besides Tucker? And he said, Chelsea hit me up, and I don't think she's good, but I tried to help her as much as possible, but he's concerned about her, and you should be, sir. So then we see Tucker and Devon continue to speak, and he just like, Devon says, why are you really here? He said he wants to try to win Ashley back. He's here for Ashley. He's here to make amends with Devon, and he's here to be a grandfather. And so Abby come over, baby, and Abby said, listen, don't you even think about coming near my mama, because you're going to have to go through me. She had told Billy that earlier, and she said, I don't want you anywhere near my mom. And Tucker, he's very gracious towards her. He doesn't, he just says, I understand how you feel, but I would like to see Ashley face to face to, clear the air. And he said, and plus, I want to see Dominic. And she said, the only thing that scares me more than you seeing my mom is you being around Dominic. She not gonna let that happen. She don't want him around him or whatever. And then she walks off. I said, well, you better walk off, Abby. So then Devon, Tucker said, don't even worry about it. I'm used to Abby. He said, and I know if I want a life with Ashley, Abby's going to be part of it. And then, he asks for, does he have pictures of Dominic? And he shows them and everything. And Tucker just says, I want to make amends. I'm here to be open to you, to be open to Ashley. I want a relationship with Dominic. I want a relationship with everyone. And I know some things have happened. He talks about his accident. He said it was worse than I let on, and it changed my life. And he's not trying to make corporate moves. I said, okay. And I don't know, Pam, because Pam, you said you think he's dying. The way he was kind of holding his head and everything, I was like, is Tucker sick? But maybe that's just his manner. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see. But did y'all hear that he's supposed to, right at the last minute, he's supposed to drop the dime on Nate and tell Devon what's going on so that they can save the company. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. That was the Young and the Restless today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for the last episode of the week. Can y'all believe this is such a fast week? This has been a fast year, y'all. Let alone week. It's just been, the year has flown by. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.